Hey everybody, welcome back to Getaway Yoga. My name is Lamaj. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are in Todos Santos, Mexico. I've been in Mexico for about a week. I go home tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't want to leave, but I have time to shoot a video real quick for you guys. So I didn't want to only take you guys to beach locations, although trust me, there's nothing wrong with the beach videos. I absolutely love those. Those are my favorite. But I wanted to take you guys to show you something different in Mexico. So on one of my hiking adventures, I came across something that I thought was pretty cool. I really appreciated the architecture of it, so I decided to practice yoga here today with you guys. So I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you where we are. Make sure you guys are all subscribed, and yeah, let's get to it. So on my way to our hiking location, we drove past what is locally known as the Canning Ruins. I was instantly curious to know exactly what it was. I definitely wanted to go inside. I was just really curious, to know a little bit more about it. I did a little research, so I do have a little bit of the backstory for you guys. Back in the 1800s, an engineer by the name of Alexander Allen was hired by the Carmelo Land and Coal Company to help improve operations. Once he concluded that the coal couldn't produce enough of a profit, he purchased the 640 acres of land from the Carmelo Company. He then, with a partner, built the Point Lobos Canning Company. That is the actual name of what it was, Point Lobos Canning Company. And they can tuna and other types of foods. So they operated until the late 1920s. Allen went on to open several other businesses. So this property has just been abandoned ever since. I do know that there's a lot of photography that happens here, a lot of wedding photos and things like that. So it's very cool on the inside. As soon as we finished hiking, we came back here, and once I went inside, I immediately decided that we should practice yoga here. So let me show you where I went hiking, so you can see that from here. So right there, right at that peak, we went all the way up there. And yeah, once we finished, we came back here so I could go inside. So after the yoga, I will take some footage of the ruins inside for you guys, and I'll also include footage from my hike because it was absolutely beautiful up there. So yeah, in the meantime, you guys know the deal. I will meet you on the mat. All right, everyone, go ahead and take a comfortable seat on your mat. You can be in your easy pose with me or any other seated position that feels good to you. And we're just going to quiet ourselves down and get ready for today's practice. So I want you to roll your shoulders up and roll them back down, allowing your palms, or I should say your hands, to rest on your knees. So you can either place your palms open and up to the sky, or you can face them down and close them out right around your knees. I will tell you the difference between the two so you can make your choice. So when you have your palms open to the sky, you are allowing yourself to be open to seeing and hearing better what the universe is trying to tell you, what it's trying to give you. And when you have yourself closed out, you're closing out the world, you're closing out all outside noises, and it's just a space for inward discernment. That's the best way I could explain in this moment what's on my mind. So you can focus in on yourself and just keep everything in and space to find some clarity with what's going on there. Or you can open yourself up to receiving what the universe is wanting to give you. My hands are usually open. Sometimes when I'm going through rough things, I will place them down just so I can really sort out what's going on internally. But for the most part, I'm usually wanting to receive all the goodies that the universe is trying to give to me. So go ahead and pick whichever direction you would like. And we're going to focus in on our breathing. Feel free to close your eyes or find a soft gaze or leave them wide open, whatever feels good to you. We're going to focus on our breathing as we quiet ourselves down and get prepared for today's practice. So as you take those deep inhales, allow your belly to rise. And as you exhale, allow your belly to fall. So we're just going to take a few moments quietly to focus on our breathing before we get started. So focus on those deep inhales and those peaceful exhales. And so we're going to get started with some fluid shoulder rolls. So go ahead and rotate your shoulders back and open that all the way up. And then we're going to switch forward. I went paddle boarding yesterday, so we're gonna show our shoulders a little extra love because I need it. And I know I'm not alone, so we're gonna show our shoulders some love. And once more, let's rotate back. And forward. And we're just going to roll our necks a little bit. You can go in counterclockwise and clockwise. You can do your nose and your yeses, whatever you want to do in this moment. Just make sure you are fully rotating and stretching that neck out and releasing any tension that might be up there. So for our next move, I'm just gonna reposition myself so you guys can fully see. You guys stay where you are though. So we're gonna go ahead and take a deep inhale as we bring our hands all the way up to the sky. And we're gonna exhale down. And we're gonna open our hands all the way. Just rotate those hands around and see how close you can bring your hands together behind you. And then we're going to bring them back forward and place them down on our mat. So another deep inhale up. And exhale down. And then open wide. Rotate those hands and see if you can make your hands touch behind your back. And then release back up front. So we're gonna go for 2 more rounds. You can go at your own pace. But we're just gonna take our deep inhale up and exhale down. And remember to rotate your hands on the way back. So now we are going to do some leg stretches. Let me come back where you guys are. So go ahead and kick your right foot out to the far end of your mat. And bring that left foot into your inner thigh, and we're just gonna rotate our torso towards our right foot. And take a deep inhale up. And exhale as you fold down. And just hold here for a moment. And we're gonna come right back up. Deep inhale up. And exhale down. See if you can go a little further. And we're gonna hold once more. And let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Make sure you rotate your torso once again. Deep inhale up and exhale down. Take another deep inhale all the way up and exhale down just a little further. Now let's make our way into our tabletop. Just make sure that your knees are aligned with your hips and your shoulders are aligned with your hands. And we're just going to, you can either bring your knees together or you can bring your knees the width of your mat into our child's pose. So just take a seat on your feet and stretch those hands out as far as you can. And we're going to lift up our left arm to the sky, and we're going to bring it under the right. And just allow the right side of your head, the left side of your head to rest on your mat. One day I'll get these lefts and rights correct. And bring your left hand back up next to your right hand. And go ahead and bring your right hand all the way up to the sky and thread it right under your left. And come back to the center. Now just with a slight motion forward, just by lifting up our hips and allowing our chest to stay on our mat, we will motion into puppy pose. And go ahead and take a seat back into your child's pose. And make your way back to your tabletop and lift up those hips into our first downward dog for today. Now we're just going to do a few fluid movements between downward dog and plank. You guys know how much I love planks, so anywhere I can throw them in, I'm definitely going to. So take a deep inhale as we motion forward into our plank. And exhale back to your downward dog. You can go at your own pace, but we're going to go for 5 rounds. So deep inhale out. And exhale back. Just go for 3 more times at your own pace. Once you're in your final downward dog, go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet. And just make 2 fists with your hands and place them down on your mat. And you just want to bring your feet right on the outside of those fists. That's a good distance in between the two. We're just going to hang out for a moment right here in our forward fold. Take a deep inhale and bring those hands all the way up to the sky. And go for a slight back bend. And allow yourself to come all the way back down to your forward fold. Take a deep inhale to your halfway lift. And exhale back down. So we're just going to hang in our forward fold for a moment, just allowing everything to release from us, not holding on to anything. Just allow your body to fall. You can place your hands holding on to your elbows. You can do that in the front, or if you would like a little bit more of a stretch, you can bring your hands behind your legs and grab as far as you can to your elbows. Take those deep inhales and those peaceful exhales as we allow everything to release and let go. And go ahead and take a deep inhale as we come all the way back up. And exhale all the way back down to your forward fold. Inhale halfway up. And exhale back down. And once more, take another deep inhale all the way up to the sky. Nice little back bend. And go ahead and allow your hands to come down to your heart center. So we're going to do a few positions right here on our feet. So we're going to start with a tree pose. I'm going to move over a little bit because I feel a rock right there. So you have options with your tree. You can place your heel on your ankle. You can bring it up to your calf. Or you can bring it all the way up to the inner thigh. I think I'll actually stay here today. I feel sturdy here. So find your tree and you can allow your hands to fall to the sides. You can bring your hands back to heart center. You can lift up those branches and allow yourself to embrace the wind that's going on, of course, in your mind. Blowing the branches from side to side. And just try to hold that position as sturdy as you can. As we get older, our balance is definitely challenged, so we have to do things to keep it on point, you know? And go ahead and release everything. We're going to shake that out. And now we're going to go to a figure 4 tree pose. So go ahead and place that right leg right across your left thigh. And bring those hands heart center and just take a seat as far down as you can, whatever feels comfortable, and just hold. This is a little wobbly. Just try to be as sturdy as you can. And go ahead and shake all that out. And we're going to go to our tree pose on the other side. So whichever tree is comfortable for you, and find your balance. You know your options for your hands. I like to have my branches out. Swaying from side to side. It's an extra bonus with challenging your balance. Hold it. You can do it a little bit longer. All right, and release that. Shake all that out. And to our figure 4. So right above your knee, Hands heart center, and take a seat. And hold it. All right, and release and shake all that out. So we're just gonna stand in the middle of our mats, and we're gonna do some warrior threes. So go ahead and take a deep inhale up, and lift up that right foot, and we're just gonna shoot our foot back and allow our hands to come forward right into our warrior three. And you're gonna release peacefully by placing that foot back on the mat, hands up to the sky, and we're gonna come down. So another deep inhale up, and go ahead and lift that leg up and shoot it back into your warrior three. And release peacefully. And bring those hands down. We're gonna go one more time on each side. So a deep inhale up. And lift up that right foot. And exhale as we stretch all the way out. And release. And one more deep inhale up. And exhale all the way out. And release. And bring those hands down. And we're just going to come all the way down onto our heels. And then back into taking a seat. You can leave your knees close to you and just give yourself a nice hug. Show yourself some love, is that what we say? Let's take a deep inhale together and exhale that out. So we're going to go into a nice balancing pose, a nice seated balancing pose. So just allow your body to fall just a little bit and lift those legs up. And when you're ready to release those hands, we're gonna allow them to be on the outside of our legs. So just straighten out that left leg and bring it back down. Straighten out that right leg and back down. Left and right. And both. Woo! Let's do that one more time. Left leg, right leg, left leg, and right, and both. And come back down. Catch your breath. And we're going to do one more motion similar to that. You can either grab the outsides of your ankles, or you can take your pointer finger and your middle finger and grab around your big toes. And just motion yourself back once more. And we're going to straighten out our legs. And we're going to open wide. As wide as you can. See if you can find a sturdy place where you can be wobble free, just for a moment at least. And you can bring everything back in. And you can come back to showing yourself some love. So you can place your hands behind you. Make sure that your fingers are facing your toes. And we're just going to do a windshield wiper motion with our legs. So you're just going to sway from left to right. If you want to go fast, feel free. You want to go super slow, it's your world. You want to go the same pace as me, that's cool too. We're just going to stretch all of this out from side to side. There's no rush, there's no pressure. It's all about releasing. I'll just go for a few more. Then we're going to go into our reverse tabletop. So just go ahead and lift those hips all the way up. And just hold it for a moment. And come back down. And just lift yourself up 3 more times. And now we're gonna lay flat on our back, leaving our legs where they are. And we're gonna lift up our hips once again. This time we will be in bridge pose. So take a deep inhale as you come up. And exhale as you come down. Inhale up. And exhale down. You can keep going with this motion. If you have will pose in your practice, this is a good time to squeeze that in. Will pose is just by placing your hands on either side of your ears and lifting all the way up. So you can go into your will, or just keep going in the up and down motion in your bridge pose. And for all my wills, you can come back down. And we're just going to go for a few more times. Lifting up and down and our bridge. So when you're ready, just go ahead and allow your body to be flat on your mat. Before we end our practice, let's do a full stretch as we lay here on our back. So extend your hands all the way past your head and wiggle those fingers. Point those toes all the way out. Just reach, reach, reach. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You can rotate those ankles if you want. Just make sure you do both directions. Keep reaching with your hands, just stretching all of that out. And go ahead and place your feet back on your mat. And bring your hands to your sides, palms facing up or down. You know the difference. Now we're just going to take a few quiet moments to be peaceful in our savasana. And either allowing yourself to listen and see better all the things that the universe has for you, Or use this time to really dig deep and organize what's going on inside of you, having better discernment with how you move through life. And don't forget to focus on those deep inhales and those peaceful exhales. Go ahead and bring some life back into your toes and your fingertips and your neck. And when you're ready, we're going to make our way back into our seated position, whichever one is more comfortable for you. Oop, have a little friend on me. All right. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's practice here at the Canning Ruins here in Mexico. I hope you guys enjoyed and appreciated the architecture the way that I do. Go ahead and take a deep inhale all the way up. And exhale your hands back down. Remember to always protect your peace, protect your energy, protect your spirit. Be aware of where you are sending your energy. Energy is contagious, so you want to be aware of what you're entertaining, who you're entertaining. If they've got bad energy, you don't want that. So protect your space, protect your energy, protect yourself. Namaste. Make sure you guys go out there and show some love out in the world. We need it. Give somebody a hug. Tell somebody you love them. Something. Do something loving today. I will see you guys next time. Make sure you guys are all subscribed. Tell a couple friends. Spread the word. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.